My name is Les Brown, and this is Baby Brown's Baby Boy, and we thank you so much for joining us. We come your way Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock, and our goal and objective is to bring you a program that will engage you in conversations, that will challenge you to think, that will inspire you to live your dreams, love your life, and to create some new possibilities for yourself. We started the hour talking about business lessons, things that we can learn from people that they're out there doing it on a real big level and knowing that what's possible for one is possible for all. Zach O'Malley Greenberg wrote a book called Empire State of Mind, and this book it details how Jay-Z went from the corner to the corner office. Jay-Z, whose original name was Sean Corey Carter. As we looked at Jay-Z's life, and he said, one of the things that you talk about in the book, Jay-Z said, find something that you're passionate about. Jay-Z's passionate about music, and he's also passionate about basketball, and so he has part ownership in the New Jersey Nets, and he also turned a disappointment, a failure, into success. He went to a company that he had mentioned their clothes in one of his songs and said, you guys ought to give me an endorsement deal. They said no, and he started his own clothing line rather than complain about the fact that they said no and turned him down. He believed in marketing himself. One of the things that you got to do, you've got to sell yourself. I have a friend named Randy Gage, who's part of the National Speakers Association. He said something to me years ago that I disagreed with him vehemently. He said, Les, you're not in the speaking business, you're in the marketing business. I disagreed with him vehemently. I said, what do you do when you get the microphone? I understand that, Les. You got to be able to speak. He says, however, you're in the marketing business. See, I came along during the time that said, if you build the best world's mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door. Well, if you are a good marketer, you don't even have to have a mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door. And so he's absolutely right. You can be the most talented person in the world. You can have the best products in the world. But if you don't know how to market yourself, if you don't know how to sell yourself, trust me, you will have skinny children. You will be eating a lot of dirt because of the fact you will not be able to succeed. You've got to be able to market yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need to develop a strategic partnership with somebody that can bring that to the table so that that can become a strength of yours as opposed to a weakness. And the other thing about Jay-Z that he said in his book, that you got to know when to move on. That at one point in time he retired and then he came back because he was kind of bored and he wanted to do something else for a while. And I think that life is about experimenting. One of the things I think is you look at your life and look at your goals. I heard a lady call earlier named Darlene, and she has a passion for kids, but now she's looking for ways in which she can use her talents in a different kind of way in order to serve kids, in order to motivate and inspire them. I want to talk to Tony right now. Tony, thank you so much for calling. What is it that you have learned, a success tool that you're using right now to carve out the kind of life that you're choosing for yourself?
You got to stay focused and be determined. You can't look back. You're always going to have negative people always tell you something. You just got to stick to what you think.
Staying focused on the goal. Don't look to the right or the left. Keep that eye single. Stay focused.
That's right. That's right. Don't look back because you're always going to have people that don't want you to do good in life because they're failing.
Yes, that's right. There are people who don't want to see you do well. Let me ask you, what kind of work do you do, Tony?
I am a real estate broker. I lost all of I lost my business because of the way the market is, but now I'm staying focused, talking to people that are successful and back in the real estate and talking to people that are the high end that I can use their money to buy property.
Okay, so you're rebuilding mode, and your ability to do that will accelerate because you are focused and you're giving it 150% of your time and your energy.
Right.
Fantastic. I thank you so much for listening. All the power to you. You have greatness within you, Tony. You're going to do it.
I love your show. It's great.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Yes. Staying focused is very important. My son John Leslie, he's a great speaker, and they call him High Hopes. And he said most people focus more on their distractions rather than on their destiny. I like to leave this with you as you think about your goals and dreams. Staying focused is very, very important. Finding something that you love so much that you will do it for nothing. That's key, too, in order to be successful. Finding something that you love it so much that you do it for nothing, but you do it so well that people will pay you to do it. And because you love it so much, you will master what you do. What is it that you can do 24/7, that you just love it, that you think about it and dream about it? I was talking to a young lady named Trista in the last hour, and she said she loved cosmetology so much she was doing it in her home. And she had an instructor said that if you have some dry spells, just keep on chopping at it and chopping at it and chopping at it. And eventually you would chop it down. Abraham Lincoln said if he had 8 hours to chop a tree down, he'll spend 6 hours sharpening his axe. I mean, getting his mind together. In order to be successful, you've got to have the right mindset, because you're going to have some disappointments. You're going to have some dry spells. You're going to have some moments in your life when your industry will turn upside down. And as Tony said, you've got to focus. You've got comeback power. You can rebuild again. You might have lost the business, but you didn't lose yourself. You didn't lose your spirit. You didn't lose your gifts. You didn't lose your talents, and whatever talents and skills you had before to create it, you can create it again. I'm reminded of a story. A professor asked a group of students, what's the most important thing about this wagon he brought in the room? And some said the handle, because if you didn't have the handle, you couldn't pull it. And somebody else said, no, the body of it, because without the body, you couldn't put anything in it. And then somebody else said, no, the wheels, because if you didn't have the wheels, it couldn't move. He said, no. And they were baffled. Say, what's the most important part? He said, the concept. Because even if you destroy the wagon, with the concept, you can reproduce it. With the concept, you can build it again. With the concept, you can make it all over again. And if you have the right concept of your dream and what it is you want to produce in your life, if you lose everything because of the vision and this concept of how you see yourself, that you know, I can do this again. I have the power. And if you have some disappointments and some failures, you understand that those are just things that you learn from, and you will grow from those things. If you're going through something right now, it has not come to stay. It has come to pass, and you want to grow through it. And as a result, you'll be stronger on the other side of it. I hope today has been of some value to you. We hope you will join us tomorrow from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Once again, my name is Les Brown. Our goal is to bring you a program that is designed to positively impact your life. You have something special. You have greatness within you. Get out of your head and get into your greatness. This is Les Brown. This is Mamie Brown's baby boy. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.